All right, guys, I'll be here 30 minutes. I was working on my book and a few people messaged me saying, Illusion, you called it. The Avs have done it. I was like, okay. 4-2, I was like, all right. Okay, I have to read this riddle out that I did before the Stanley Cup began. And it's that 42 again. The beast reigns for 42 months, guys. You just had the Warriors beat Boston 4-2. Now we have the Avs beating the Lightning 4-2. Lightning connected to Satan, who fell out of heaven like a lightning bolt. So I'll go through this quickly with you. 5 people that messaged me saying they won X amount of money. I won't say what. Well done. You know, I don't really like to promote gambling, but this riddle's exceptional. And I did it on my Patreon. No wonder they took me down with riddles like this. So I'm going to expose the NHL here. I'm going to give you an incredible example of how Kobe Bryant and Pope Francis are still heavily connected to all these major outcomes, these major championships. This will blow your head off. I ain't going to be here for hours. Like I said, I'm working on my book. I want to keep this short and sweet. I want you to share this video with anyone who doubts my work. Hey, P, yo, baby. All right, so I'll go through it. If you're on my Twitter, you can read it. I posted it. If you're on my Patreon, you know that I posted it prior to the Stanley Cup beginning. So how perfect, 8 in the live, 1 like for your 81. Massive number with Kobe. Check this out. Check this out, guys. I know many people won't be watching this at this time on a Sunday, but I hope they get to watch it tomorrow or later in the week. So check this out. I said, I knew in my soul that this was all about Kobe and Pope Francis, who have synced up now for close to 2 years. So this, I'm just going to read the code word for word for what I put on my Patreon. And again, I've told you, when I have my website, I'll do bits and bats of sports. I won't be obsessed by it. There won't be codes every day, but I will be exposing it like I'm about to absolutely expose the National Hockey League right now. So this was prior to the Stanley Cup Finals. I love, and anyone who knows me on Patreon, if I say I love, it practically always hits. I love Colorado Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup in a Pope Francis ritual and Kobe Bryant ritual. I really like this riddle. If you do like to bet, then betting on this is way better than daily picks. I will be so shocked if this doesn't hit. It's not like me to do that. I don't like to build up a code. Usually I say I think. This one I was like adamant, guys. Wow, like that's so incredible that you predicted that the Avs would win. One of the favourites going into the year and winning 4-2, the average number of games it takes. Thank you, mate. Thanks for the compliment. Wait till you hear this code and see if you're so smug. See if you're so smug after you hear this. The NHL season began on 10/12. And again, I'm about to throw out numbers here that the average die-hard NHL fan won't even know. That's the key here. The NHL season began on 10/12. The Jesuits operate in 112 nations. In gematria, Catholicism's 112, as is mathematics. The NHL playoffs began on a date that can be written 2-5 or 5-2. May the 2nd. Pope in gematria gets you 25 and 52. The NHL season began 2 months and 5 days before the Pope's birthday. Where does the Pope reside? In the Vatican. Vatican gets you 25, just like Pope. The 2022 National Hockey League All-Star Game was held on 2/5/22, February the 5th, 2/5, which can be written 5-2. The Avs made it to the Stanley Cup Finals 5 months and 20 days after the Pope's birthday. The playoffs began on the 122nd day of the year. Colorado came into the Stanley Cup Finals 12-2 in this season's playoffs. Pope Francis in gematria gets you 1-2-2. Kobe Bryant's highest scoring game was in his 666th game, which was on 1-2-2, 2006, where the Lakers scored 122 points, 122 points. How interesting, eh? How interesting. And I'm just getting started. So prior to game 1 of the Stanley Cup final, Colorado won in a game that finished 5-6. Or it could be seen as 6-5, like Pope Francis became the Pope on 3-1-3, the 65th prime, but seen as 5-6 when you look it up online. They ended the regular season with 56 wins. Again, when you learn this knowledge, you know how heavily connected the number 56 is with the Society of Jesus, with the Pope, with practically everything that's going on in the world right now. So like I said, they ended the regular season with 56 wins. Pope equals 56. Society of Jesus equals 56. Pope Francis is the first openly Jesuit Pope. Now check this out. That game was on 6-6, and the NHL season began 66 days before Pope Francis's birthday. The Church of Satan was founded in 66. Kobe Bryant was conveniently 6'6". The Black Mamba, the serpent, who God's going to come back and destroy. It began 431 days before the Pope's upcoming birthday. So the NHL season this year began 10-12-21. 431 days before the Pope's upcoming birthday. Told you that 112, the Jesuits operate in 112 nations. So, of course, the NHL began on 10-12, like 112. 431 is the 83rd prime. Colorado equals 83 in gematria. It's also Brady's birthday, 83, who plays in Tampa for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the Avalanche came into this Stanley Cup 8-3 in Stanley Cup final games. 8-3. How perfect, eh? The team from Colorado, which gets you 83. I said Colorado are currently 7-0 on the road in the playoffs. Francis gets you 70, as does Vatican. I said they ended with 119 points in the regular season. Like 119. Francis gets you 119. Vatican gets you 119. The All-Star game was 1 month and 19 days after Pope Francis's birthday. 11-9 is also basically 9/11, isn't it? Isn't it? The 11th of September. Are the losing players crying because they're acting, or are they crying because they knew they had no chance of winning? Depends who's behind the ritual. Depends if it's God or Satan, if it's magic, if they're aware of it, if they're actors. All I'm saying is this code I'm reading you now is absolutely outstanding, and you can't dismiss it unless you're completely in denial. That's all I'm going to say. So the Avs scored 312 goals in the regular season. The full name of Pope Francis is Jorge Mario Bergoglio. His name gets you 312. They ended with a goal difference of plus 78. Jesuit gets you 78, guys. All right, this was undeniably a Jesuit ritual, and you can't deny it. Okay, Sunday gets you 78. Of course, they just closed out on a Sunday. All right, Kobe Bryant died on a Sunday. The Jesuits worship the sun. Okay, that's why they've got the sun in their logo with 32 rays. So, of course, the Avs were up 3-2 at one point in the series. Of course. I said Colorado will end on 175 playoff wins if they win the Stanley Cup. Pope Francis equals 175. Pope Francis was born on a day leaving 14 days left in the year, and Colorado advanced to the Stanley Cup 1 month and 4 days after the playoffs began. Wow. I said if Colorado win the Stanley Cup, they will end on 72 season wins. Colorado won 7-2 in their first playoff game of the season versus Nashville Predators. Pope Francis became the Pope on the 72nd day of 2013. Jesuit gets you 72. Tom Brady, who plays in Tampa, won the Super Bowl with Tampa on the 7th of February, 7-2. Keep denying my work, people. It's absolutely fine by me. Go back and see that I called the Warriors to win the NBA in December when nobody was on them. They're past it. Steph's injured. Clay's injured. They're done. There's no way, Illusion. What you on about? All right, watch. Colorado equals 133. When did Francis become the Pope? 13th of March. 133. If Colorado win 4-2, they will become 12-5 in Stanley Cup Finals. Told you they came in 8-3. And the NHL season began 1 year and 25 days before Pope Francis's upcoming birthday. So they just became 12-5 in Stanley Cup Finals after winning 4-2. 12-5, 1 year and 25 days before the Pope's upcoming birthday. 1-2-5. Jesuit gets you 42. As does Avs. Of course, the Avalanche are better known as Avs. 42. Just scandalous. Scandalous stuff. Colorado won the Stanley Cup in 1996. And it's so funny that when they won that Stanley Cup in 96, they ended 16-6 in the playoffs. Who just ended 16-6 in the playoffs? The Warriors. The Warriors just won the NBA. They ended the playoffs 16-6. In 1996, the Avs won it. It was their first year of being Colorado Avalanche. Ended 16-6. All right? It's not an accident. And what happened in 96? Kobe Bryant was drafted. Do you know when he was drafted in 96? 26-6, 96. What's today's date? 26-6? 2022? So exactly 26 years after Kobe Bryant was drafted, Colorado Avalanche win the Stanley Cup, and the year he was drafted, the Colorado Avalanche won the Stanley Cup. Span of exactly 26 years. What day of the year did Kobe Bryant die? With his daughter Gianna, the 26th day of 2020. And he was drafted on the 26th day of June, just like LeBron James. Kobe Bryant drafted 26-6. Who's the 266 Pope right now? Pope Francis. Pope Francis. So, undeniable stuff. And if you want to add Kobe again, Kobe got accused of rape. Okay? When he was 25 years old. Did you hear all my 25s? By a 19-year-old girl. Do you know where he got accused of rape? Do you know? Colorado. He got accused of rape in Colorado. So, again, I'll keep this short and sweet. I just didn't want to edit the video and present it all. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that. I'm here. I'm making a point. I've told you I'm not really bothered about pro sports, and look at the level I'm at. I know what it is. It's all ritual. It's a joke. I've been talking about Kobe and Pope Francis for 2 years and how they're connected, undeniably connected. Same with the Pope and Brady. There's a reason why Pope Francis was born on Saturnalia, 1217. Okay? December the 17th, 1217 is the 199th prime. When was Tom Brady drafted? In the draft. 199th pick. All right? You can't deny this stuff. You just can't deny this stuff at all. Pope Francis born on Saturnalia. And Tom Brady has 7 rings like Saturn. Come on. Just Just absolutely outrageous. And you had the Avalanche against the Lightning, which is all weather warfare. I'm telling you, look out for that in 2023. There's going to be so many natural disasters all over the place. With lightning as well. With lightning, what's the famous saying? Lightning strikes twice, not 3 times. Not lightning strikes thrice, twice. They won back-to-back Stanley Cups. They've just lost now. So in the last 3 seasons, the Lightning are now 2 out of 3 in Stanley Cup finals. What's that in basic math? 2/3, 66.6%, 666. When was Kobe's highest scoring game? His 666 game. The guy who had a 666 workout plan. All the other 666s that I've connected with him undeniably. All right. So again, this guy, I'm not going to go at you, who made the second comment. Wow, that's so incredible that you predicted the Avs would win 4-2. Did you? And did you have a code like this behind it? You didn't, did you? So you can laugh, you can mock. I don't bet. Thankfully, people won money on it in this beast system, and I'm happy for them. I'm very happy for them, but I've just exposed the NHL. And it doesn't matter at this point for me now if it's man behind it, if it's God, if it's Satan, if it's AI, if it's technology, if it's demons, whatever it is. I'll probably never know what's behind all of this. Maybe I will. But I've just exposed it by the numbers, why the Avs won. Undeniably. Undeniably. And you'd have to be insane to deny that code. Or in deep denial. Are you going to look at the Open in Scotland next week? I might do. Like I've told you with the sports, like my focus is on spreading the word of God right now. And I think it always will be at this point. But speaking to my friend Gabriel, oh, wow, this just hit me. He's just called me, actually. You know what? Let's get him on. My friend Gabriel, who recently became my friend, didn't even know who he was, is designing a website for me. Do you know where he's from? Colorado. Do you know when they unfairly got rid of my Patreon because I was exposing too much? Do you know how many patrons I had? 303. You know what the area code for Colorado is? 303. Do you know I live there? In Aspen, in Carbondale? It's my favorite state in the US. Can't make this stuff up, guys. It's 26 years, 312 months. Let me confirm that. If so, that's an amazing find. And if Patreon didn't delete all of my work because I was exposing so much, I could have made a 10,000 page book with my codes. And it sounds like I'm exaggerating. Wow. Yeah, exactly 312 months after Kobe was drafted. And what did I say about 312? The Avs scored 312 goals in the regular season. They have just won the NHL exactly 312 months after Kobe Bryant was drafted. Who gave me that? Chris C for your 33. That's absolutely outstanding work. Another connection. Another unbelievable connection. 26 years is 312 months. What's 3 + 1 + 2? It's 6. There's another 26-6. For when Kobe was drafted and Pope Francis the 266th Pope. Told you LeBron was also drafted 26-6. Somebody said the other day I look like a hockey player. Let me quickly... it's a joke they have all the Stanley Cup final merch hats and commercials ready for the Avalanche right after they won the Cup. Oh, didn't they finish? Did it finish 2-1 as well? Like Sunday gets you 21. Like Brady's 7-3 in Super Bowls, the 21st prime. Like Kobe and Gematria gets you 21. It's just what they do, guys. Like it looked like they were going to close out, didn't it? Because there was the 83 riddle. I even saw that and thought it could be done here in 4-1. And there was the 83 riddle for their coach to stay on 83+ playoff wins, but of course he ends on 84. Sunday gets you 84. The Jesuit order gets you 84. Jesuit gets you 84. Pope Francis was born on 84 date numerology, guys. 12 plus 17 plus 19 plus 36. My friend Joseph is saying Obama's the Antichrist. The guy born on 8/4, August the 4th. George Orwell's book, 1984. That's foreshadowed everything that's going on now. All right. But yeah, great point. They already have the merch there, the trophies. They know what's going down. And what they do is most people thought that the Avs would close out at home. Nah, let's take the fans' energy and then take it back to Tampa, embarrass Tampa in their home stadium, and then do another 4-2 because the beast reigns for 42 months. Kobe Bryant, his final game in the NBA, he played 42 minutes against the Utah Jazz. Add up all their jersey numbers in that last game. 181, 42nd prime. Since Kobe Bryant died, January the 26th, 2020, all of the NBA finals have finished 4-2. It's all about the beast. Don't be shocked to see the MLB, guys, the World Series finish 4-2 right now. Whoever gets there, I don't really care. I think it's one of the worst sports in the world. I would just say now, with the knowledge I have, with my gut, with what's going out with Revelation, that'll probably end 4-2. Told you the most recent World Cup final between France and Croatia finished 4-2 to France. England won the World Cup final in 1966, 4-2 against Germany. And what was that? 21 years after they won World War II. And then you have the Avs just closing out in Game 6 by winning 2-1 to win the series 4-2. Remember 42 plus 21, 63. Kobe Bryant retired in 2016, the 63rd triangular number, the year that LeBron won the NBA with the Cavs, where he was born. Remember, he was born in the same hospital as Steph Curry. Cleveland's area code, 216. 6 times 6 times 6, 216. No wonder these major finals are all being decided in the 6th game. It's 21, guys, is connected to 6, which I always try and tell people. 21's a 6 triangular number. So they win 2-1 in Game 6, and 21's the 6 triangular number. But all this stuff that I'm saying don't mean anything. Wow, 20 in the live, 13 likes, 2013. That's when Francis became the Pope. I'm going to speak to Gabrielle for 10 minutes, then I'm off. Listen, I ain't dragging this out. I'm delighted for my community, even though it got deleted for no reason. Bro, I'm doing a live stream. I'm going to go for about another 15 minutes.
Oh, sorry, brother. Sorry. I thought I just heard your message. Yeah, no, I told them they were going to win. But no, I'll be on the live stream, brother.
Are you sure? Okay.
Now or later?
No, I'm doing I'm doing it right now, but just, bro, can you just confirm you're working on a website for me and you're from Colorado?
Yeah, it is. No, I already know what direction we're going to do. I probably have it done in the next 3 days.
Wow, and you live in Colorado right now, don't you?
Yeah, I live in Denver, Colorado.
So you're not much of a sports fan, so you're not really bothered, are you? But you even said that you said the Avs were going to win, didn't you?
I said the Lightning was going to win on Friday, and the Avs were going to win today. And I told them that on Wednesday.
And just for 2 minutes, because I sent you my code, didn't I? I sent you my code.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
And can you say why you thought, because you looked at it from a different angle, which was amazing in regards to like the governor and stuff. And then I'll hang up. What were you saying? Why you thought? Why did you say they would have embarrassed Tampa?
Because of what Governor DeSantis is doing. I didn't know they were playing in Tampa. When I knew they were playing in Tampa, I knew the Avs were going to win for sure, because that way they would embarrass Florida, because they lost at home. See what I'm saying? So
yeah, but why would they want to embarrass him? What was he saying?
Because Governor DeSantis is against all the mandates. He's against all the pedophilia. They're saying it's a no gay bill. It's actually a grooming bill. They're grooming children with these disgusting books. DeSantis is putting a stop to a lot of the stuff that they're trying to do. Okay. And they just want to humiliate Floridians. They never did the masks. They kept everything open. So they're just trying to humiliate Floridians.
Okay. So it's just, so again, when you predict these outcomes and stuff, it's not just about a code, is it? You can look at it from many angles like that. That could have been a major factor, but we don't know. But again, so for you, if you have the narrative in your opinion plus the code, is that because you don't really bet? It would need something like that, wouldn't it? It'd need like the perfect mixture of the narrative, the code, the energy that you feel, all of that. It needs all of it for you to even consider betting.
It's all the data points. Yeah, but the code matters too, brother.
Oh, for sure it matters. But you're not a guy who gambles every day, are you? You have to like really feel it.
No, you know, to be honest with you, like I told you, bro, because it consumes me, because I'll spend all day on it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it can get consumed.
Right now, so I haven't even worked. I'm working now, but I knew they were. I probably lost, honestly, probably $1,000 because I probably would have. Maybe I lost a little more because I knew the Lightning was going to win. Today, if I would have beat the Avs after they first the goal, they were at plus 167. But I just
39 fine. That's just the thing. That's why I don't really like talking about gambling. I've just exposed the NHL with the code, but it always seems to be that, innit? I should have bet. I didn't bet when I should have bet, and I bet when I shouldn't have. I just say it so often. It's like that's the majority of people in the world. It's like the thing with betting. Like I knew I should have bet, and I never did. And then when I did, I lost, and then I lost again.
Bro, I'm about 80% win rate right now.
Yeah, because you're very smart. You pick and choose, don't you? You don't just.
And I don't give a shit about sports. Yeah, the thing about me is I don't give a shit about sports. I've never bet. I've never gambled. I had a friend when I was younger who was a bookie. Yeah. And he told me straight up, don't ever gamble. It's bad. He said it's the worst drug ever. That's what he told me. So I listened to him.
Well, brilliant. That's great advice.
And I listened to him because he was a bookie. I mean, how are you not going to listen to a guy who sees?
He knows he's taking people's money every day and then realizing that the average person doesn't win anything.
Yeah, but they're junkies. When you're addicted to gambling, they're junkies. Either they're going to give the money to you or they're going to give it to somebody else. That's what he told me. So but he told me we were good friends. He's like, don't gamble. It's not good. It's the worst. It's worse than he said. Gambling, drugs, women, and alcohol. Those are the 4 things that'll end you quicker than anything else.
Wow.
And you know, he was a very smart guy, and I just listened to him. I mean, I still partied, I drank, I did all that, all the above. Because when I was young, I had a lot of money. So, but I didn't gamble because he said gambling is the worst of all of them. He goes, I take people's businesses.
It can be. It's all about whether you can control the habit with many things. But if you get consumed by it and it takes over, and it's toxic. It is very toxic, and it can be very rewarding. But
I look at it like a business. I don't even know who the players are, brother.
That's good. It's good that you don't know that, and you don't watch it, and you don't have a favorite player and a favorite team. And
I don't give a shit about sports.
Guys, this guy's from Colorado. The Avalanche just won, and he has no interest, and we shouldn't really. Just a guy skating around an ice rink, hitting a puck.
Well, like I said, and I lost money. But the thing is, though, I've gotten more discipline over the years. Good. So I knew they were going to win. But it's like once I start doing that, I'm not going to do shit. I'm only a one-man show. It's just me. It's just me. And if I start focusing on that, I'm not going to get nothing done. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to feel like shit because I didn't do anything yesterday. Even if I would have won the gambling, because I mean, it's not going to. I'm going to look like an asshole. I hate making a commitment and not following through.
Man. I know you've made that clear. Well, brother, I'll let you go. You called me. I didn't want to ignore your call. I thought.
Yeah, no, you're good. I know you were doing a live stream, brother.
Yeah, I didn't think I would. It's just a lot of people messaged me saying thank you. Yeah. Because I did that code for 4-2 before the Stanley Cup. So.
Oh, you were right on that. You've been right on a lot of, but you were right on a bunch of stuff, brother. We had 1 month where you were like right 96%, bro.
I know, like it's fine. I know. I've got people. I know in this community you'll get remembered for when you're not right, but I take it as a compliment. But
everything's good with the website. I think I know the direction we're going. I already found the code. I looked at all the reviews for the code that we're going to use. I already know what direction we're going to go. After I get everything set up, bro, it's going to be on you to fill it up with content, and then you can launch it whenever you want to launch it.
Right, July at some point.
If I had honestly, brother. It's just like, you just have to. I'm just doing everything I can to make sure it's going to go smoothly.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I may have it done by the end of the week.
No rush, mate. You are doing me a favor. You take your time.
Oh, it's all good, brother. It's all good.
You take your time.
But we got so I might get it done by Friday, and then after that, it's going to be on you to learn how to use it. And
yeah, I'll play around with it for a few days. Yeah, I just want to make it user friendly. More importantly,
yeah, I'm gonna try to incorporate an autoresponder, so like we can set, like when you post, they'll get it. It'll be the same. It'll be like you never skip a beat, and except it'll be better. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about. So I'm trying to get like an autoresponder integrated with it, so when you post, it sends out an email like, hey, you know, you just posted. Because I would get your emails, and I would go and see what you posted that day. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you, mate. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate you.
All right, brother. But yeah, spot on the 4-2, spot on. You've called so many games I don't even remember, bro.
Cheers, mate. So, yeah, it's fine. Right. I'm not that bothered about doing the sports, but I'll do it. And I know I'll have days where I'm perfect. I'll have days where I've nailed it like this. I'll have days where I miss. But it's all part of the show. It's all part of growth. And cheers, exactly. Man. Thank you.
All right, brother. Take care, Adam. Take care.
You too, mate. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. So that beautiful soul is working on a website for me, and he doesn't even know me. But he said, I do know you. I know you're a good guy. Like I always say, you don't know me. But yeah, guys, it's looking good. It looks like that website could be up and running in July or earlier. Yeah, another 4-2, mate. Another 4-2. I don't know what else to say. If you don't believe that the beast is reigning for 42 months at this point, I don't know what to say to you. So I've told you, if I do go back into sports and mess around with that occasionally, it won't be every day. I'll do futures for you. Guys, that code I've just given you, go on my Twitter and read it. And I missed stuff out on it. I've added during it. I think when you add up all the goals as well, there were 35 goals, and Catholic gets you 35. I think the Avs scored 20 and Tampa got 15. Pretty sure that's what happened. 2015 was 7 years ago. You know, Kobe went to 7 NBA finals. You know, Brady's got 7 rings. Keep talking about the number 7. So, yeah, guys, if you're here and like maybe you do support the Avs or you're from Colorado and you feel like I'm killing your buzz right now, that's not why I'm doing it. I'm not trying to kill your buzz. I'm just basically revealing to you that all these games and championships, they're predetermined. And I honestly think God's behind it. God and Satan are behind it. It ain't man. So maybe these players don't know. There's a chance that these players don't know. Can they all really be such good actors, like you said? Some of them are painfully bad. But when you see them at the end, like, they should be winning Oscars, some of them, for the tears, for the way they react after they score. It makes you think if they all know. They don't all know. They can't. They can't. There's something deeper going on. I don't know if I'll ever get to the bottom of it, guys. I don't know if I'll ever get to the bottom of it, but I will keep exposing. I don't even know if I want to say ritual now. I'll keep working hard to try and foreshadow or predict what's going to happen and show you how beautiful this code is. Don't know who's behind it, but the code is beautiful and it's running the show. And I've just shown you here. This is a guy who's never played ice hockey. And the code don't get smoother than this. The guy don't play basketball, although I can shoot. I can play it, but I've never played in a serious game. Nail the NBA. You ask anybody about the illusion in the NBA this season and in the playoffs. Barely ever got anything wrong. And I don't really know much about the NBA, or shouldn't really. I'm an English lad. Told you we don't watch the NBA, we don't play basketball. And I know more about the NBA than the average American who's a diehard basketball fan. That's the reality. Wow, 20 in the live, 16 likes, 2016 when Kobe retired. I wonder if Zach got this right. Okay, I'm pretty sure he didn't, because he don't really get anything right anymore in sports, it seems. You guys tell me. I don't follow his work. If he's told you Colorado won, it'll be funny. Or maybe he'll do a live saying, well, 26-6. He's probably watching my stuff now. I don't know, and I don't care. It's not why I do what I do, to try and be better than some other guy anymore. Don't need to prove anything to anyone. This code speaks for itself. And the fact that I said, I love it. I said, daily picks, just stay off them. If you really like to bet, go big on this one. Pretty much told you this was going to hit without saying the awful, horrific, disturbing word of lock. When I say I love something, you better take notice, is all I'll say. And my patrons know that. Snow avalanche. He got it wrong and thought it was going to 7. Again, don't laugh at Zach for that or humiliate him or say you don't know what he's talking about. Zach can code, but I don't think he's very good at decoding sports. What did he pull out? He's going to be 4-3 and Colorado gets you 43 and Brady won the Super Bowl at 43 with Tampa. Like, he can throw out any number at you. Like, for me, this was 4-2. And when it was 3-1 to Colorado, I said, there's definitely a possibility for 4-1 here because of that 83. But my whole video was all about the 4-2. It was all, I posted it before. Loads of people in my community got on 4-2. But then you had, maybe they'll go 4-1. It might be worth, like, I wouldn't have really been confident betting on the Lightning in that game 5 because there's the 41, there's the Kobe with him dying at 41. I told you he got accused of rape. But as soon as it went 3-2, it was like, oh my goodness. Lots of people messaged me today. Even, again, Andy, listen. Oh no, I don't think you can hear it. He said, oh, you can't see it. He said, you think Avs win tonight? This was my response.
Yes, I think they do. But I don't really care, but I think they do.
I'll say that again. You probably didn't hear that. You can hear by the tone of my voice, I just don't care anymore. So he said, you think the Avs win tonight?
Yes, I think they do. But I don't really care, but I think they do.
Yes, I do, but I don't really care if they do. That's where I stand on it. I'm going to take the emotion out of decoding sports now. If it hits, good for people who gamble. If it doesn't, I'm not bothered anymore. Like it used to really bother me. It did used to really bother me. Zach got the Golden State Warriors right, but Joel, when? Did he get on them in December like I did? When they were plus 900? Can you please tell me when Zach got on the Warriors? When was it? Was it the beginning of the playoffs? Was it in the middle of them? Was it the NBA Finals when he started calling them out to win it? Was it at the beginning of the season? Just let me know. I don't watch his stuff. So you tell me Zach got the Golden State Warriors. Did he get it 6 months ago? I'd love to know. Or did he call about 10 teams prior to them? Avalanche equals 2022, literally. That's incredible, mate. Can you tell me the cipher? I'll figure it out myself, Agent D. Agent D is a good coder. And I still can't get over the find of 26 years is 312 months. Wow. Today's the 177th day of the year, isn't it? The Jesuit Order 177, 17, the 7th prime. Again, Kobe went to 7 NBA Finals. Brady is on 7 rings. Today leaves 188 days left in the year. Greatest of all time, 188. Bavarian Illuminati, 188. It's all there. Again, do we know who's coding it? No, it's not man, though, I don't think. But I do think a lot of them are aware of how it's being done. Like, I'm getting better every day at seeing this code now. I've only been doing it 2 years. Let me find the cipher he's talking about. Yeah, reverse trigonal 2022. Wow. It's funny how Avalanche is 67 as well, and Kobe Bryant died 1/26/2020. You add up those 4 numbers, you get 67. Just, again, if you're not on my Twitter, just follow it. Again, I don't make any money from Twitter at all. Fibonacci 413, Avalanche. Wow, 413. When was Kobe's last ever game? 413. April the 13th. Day before my birthday, eh? And I'm super synced with Kobe. Go watch all my videos and you'll see how synced I am with Kobe Bryant. Why do you think Patreon took my page down? 2 months and 6 days after my birthday, and they did it on 26. And Kobe died the 26th day of 2020 and was drafted the 26th day of June 1996. God is 26, Adam's 26, Bryant's 26. I'm synced with Kobe for whatever reason. But he's an NBA player. What you on about? I'm synced with him. My numbers are synced with Kobe Bryant, and I've exposed him for 2 years. Or at least, maybe I won't use the word exposed. I've decoded his whole life. From when he was born to when he was drafted, to his highest scoring game, to his last ever game, to his death. I've decoded the whole thing with Kobe. I've told you I know more about people like Kobe Bryant and Pope Francis than I do about my own family. You might think that's crazy, but that's the reality. You know what I'm saying? I don't know when he got it. Then I'm sure, put it this way, if he got it when I got it, all the way 6 months ago with the Warriors, he will be live right now, telling the whole world to sign up to his Patreon. That's what he'll be doing right now. Maybe he is. Okay, maybe he just got one of his little buddies to go on my Patreon and take all my codes. Adam, just tell everyone you have a time machine. That's how you knew the Warriors were going to win in 5 or 6 months ago. No, it's just the code. This, I told you, it was before the war and the blue and yellow, the blue and gold. Everyone started jumping on right at the end. I was on it in December, mainly about Steph Curry, mainly the fact that he was born on Pi and the 73rd day of the year. And I connected it with Prince Philip, who was married to the Queen for 73 years. Brady, 7-3 in Super Bowls. I just saw 73 everywhere. And again, just being aware that Steph Curry was born on the 73rd day of the year. I did the whole decode for him to win the All-Star MVP at plus 900, another big thing that I called. And that synced with the Warriors winning the NBA. There were loads of stuff. I had Klay Thompson in my code. I had Draymond Green. I had Steve Kerr, Steve Kerr's dad. I had the Beirut bombings. I had so many things for the Warriors. And if you go back and watch all my videos, like for months I was saying the Warriors. Get your money on the Warriors. They're down to plus 700 now. Oh, now they're down to plus 500. It's still a great price. Some people listened, others didn't. Again, it's not my job to baby people. What was that Revelation book you were holding up the other day? I want to buy it. Practical Studies in Revelation, Theodore H. Epp. Practical Studies in Revelation. Look at the cover, blue and yellow. I'll do 5 more minutes. Wow, just looked at the clock, 42 minutes, like the Avs just won 4-2. Oh, wait, I think my mate Javi won as well on the Avs. Let me check. Avalanche end the regular season with 234 goals against. Stanley Cup champions equals 234. Great spot, mate. Great spot as usual. Did you get on my pick when I said they would win it 4-2? All right. Any more comments? Are we done? What does your birthday add up to? It depends. What in the purest cipher? 1, 2, 3. And that's an accident. I was born 14/4/1986. Add up those 4 numbers, 123. ABC easy as 1, 2, 3. I was born on 1, 2, 3. Tiger Woods, LeBron born 12/30, like 1, 2, 3. Just can't make this stuff up, guys. Zach completely dismisses the Bible, and I don't think that's right, because when people are completely broken and have nowhere else to turn, they open their Bible. At least that's what I did. You will always have a friend in God, mate. Anyone dismissing the Bible at this point is completely indoctrinated, in denial, or just blatantly worship Satan. Revelation's playing out. I keep telling you. You've got famine, you've got war, you've got pandemics, you've got economic collapses, you've got divide, you've got the whole transgender agenda. It's all playing out right in front of your eyes. Sin everywhere, surrounded by sin. All right, but I told you, Satan gets to control this realm for 42 months. Yeah, I went. Nice one, brother. Congrats. A win's a win, bro. A win's a win when it comes to rig gambling. Well done, mate. 2022 Stanley Cup final equals 67. Avalanche 67. Nice. Mine adds up to 33. That's the first number I would see all the time when I first started waiting. And Jesse, you're connected to the number. It's a beautiful number. And this is where somebody was leaving comments saying, oh, your live stream was 3 hours and 33 minutes. Should I be worried about you? So, do you know that's an angel number? And it's beautiful. And the number 3 is a magic number. It's an incredible number. The Holy Trinity. Stop letting people convince you that 33 is a bad number. You got 33 vertebrae in your spine. Jesus died at 33 for our sins in 33 AD. I had my awakening at 33. It's not an accident. I was also born 33 date numerology. 4 plus 14 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6. 33. I was also born in 42 date numerology, guys. You can't make this stuff up. 33 and 42. 42 connected to Satan, 33 connected to Jesus. Can't make it up. I'm meant to be doing this, guys. Just watch your previous video. One of the Jake the Snake was called Lucifer. Really? One of Jake the Snakes was called Lucifer. It's just in front of your face, guys. Jake the Snake. Wow, I didn't know that. Adam, can you teach me how to decode sports like you do? Such a template of what you look for. If you call me and you want to do, I call it life coaching and stuff, or I teach people how to code. I'm getting more and more clients every day. I'd say give it a try with me. I could change your life with it. And if you don't like it, just don't do it again. So email me if you want me to teach you how to decode. I've told you there's no one way to code. People have different ways of doing it. Mine's been successful. I've called futures in NFL, soccer, Australian football, snooker, golf multiple times, tennis multiple times, cricket. So many. And how am I able to do that? I'm just lucky? I'm not. It's not luck. I work my ass off, but I don't want to give so much energy. Hopefully I can teach other people to do it if they want to go down that route. I did it. It was really great for me for a while. And then energy-wise, it zapped me. It zapped me after about 9 months. Again, 9 the number of completion. I gambled every day for 9 months. Big money as well, what I was doing. But I was winning a lot more than I was losing. So I would never go down that route again, though. I've had games since where I'm like, oh my, I would go so hard on this if I was still betting. But now I don't even consider betting. Don't even think about it. Don't get annoyed. Like, oh, imagine, like, what were the odds to win 4-2? Like plus 400, 500 maybe? I don't even know. Back in the day, I say back in the day, about a year or so ago, I would have put about $1,000 on that and won about 4 or 5 grand. But do you know how much? Do you know now I'd be all pumped up and energetic and biting my nails, and I'd be watching. My heart would be like this, and then I'd be here. I'd be all massive ego. Look at me. Look how much money. All of that type of stuff. Is there a tiny bit of ego in this video? I feel like there is. Because of the code, I've really calmed down with the ego. There's a little bit of ego coming out in this code because it was spot on. It was spot on. Again, still people say that I need to copy people's work. There was no one doing the code like that. Nearly everybody said the Lightning were winning that I spoke to. So when the guy's saying, Avs were this and that, most people that I spoke to said the Lightning. Andy said, awesome, just won some dollars. I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot of people that message me this. This brings me joy. Do some of them tip me occasionally? But again, that's up to them. Depends how much they win. They're winning thousands and send me $20. That's nice. So yeah, I can teach you, but again, time's precious. I do teach English. I do coach. focusing on getting a website. I put out content. I do live streams. I do live coaching. I do all sorts of stuff. So if you really want to do it and you're serious about it, you can email me. We can figure something out. It's not actually 2022, baby. Probably around 2014, since it was probably actually 2012 when it was 2020. There's a possibility of that, the 8-year time difference. I've read a 10-year time difference. It's actually 2012 now, which we were told is the end of the world in many movies. Who knows? I don't worry about any of that. I have no fear. Let's go live in the present. You're very gifted, Adam. Thank you. We all are. We're all gifted. We're all little geniuses. It's just along the path we forgot that. So we're being indoctrinated. We're all born geniuses. The gifts that we have, what we're able to do, guys, is absolutely staggering. The things that we're able to do that we take for granted. It's talking, walking, breathing, eating, sleeping, drinking, the emotional connections we have with people. Like, we are amazing. Amazing. And people are just so down on themselves because they're being crushed by this beast system. People need to understand that all the devil does is hijack what God created. That's it. He is a thief and a liar. That's his one and only trick. Boom. Satan infiltrates everything that's pure. That's why you got artificial intelligence. They give you the word artificial. I like to see it as like, I've said this before, it's in my book, which I were working on before I went live here. I like this quote: enlightenment is ego's ultimate disappointment. I said this as well. What did I say? The ego is essentially a beast, but it can be a beautiful beast. If you overfeed the beast will destroy you. If you push back on it, you have a chance to rein it in, connect with it, and get one step closer to enlightenment and finding inner peace. So what did I write about? I wrote something about artificial turf and grass. And it's pretty profound, but I can't find it. Can't remember what chapter it's in. It's probably under, maybe it's social identity. Let me have a look. No, it's not that one. Maybe it is. It's not fear of the unknown. I don't know where it is. Guess you'll have to wait and read it. But I'll break it down from memory. So when you have grass, you have to look after it. You have to nourish it. You have to water it. You have to pay attention to it. Okay? With artificial turf, like, what do you really do? Once you put it down, that's it. That is it. There's no water in it. There's no looking after it. And it's pretty much the average human, I think, these days, with the instant gratification. They don't want to put in the hard work. And they want to live their life like artificial turf. I want to water that grass. I want to watch it grow. I want to watch it go green. And when people say grass is green on the other side, no, the grass is greener where you water it. The grass is greener where you water it, not on the other side. Whoever taught you that is talking nonsense. Why do professional footballers always fall over when trying to win the ball? I know recently in football, it's just become so soft. But again, just look at the world right now. Look at the average man. They're weak. They're weak, unfortunately. Cowards, a lot of people now. Because society is just crumbling in front of us. The family unit is crumbling in front of us. And that's because Revelation's playing out. I don't know, I just noticed your beard looks nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. It feels right, the beard now. I don't think I've ever had it this long, maybe once. But I enjoy it. People call me out for it. Other people really like it. And again, it is what it is. Agent D, nice. Original Christian church was Jewish, devil separated. Yeah, again, I'm sure the church was just infiltrated like so many things. Satan's biggest lie is the Earth's supposed hit is 23.4 degrees, leaving 6.6 degrees, and there's many more 666 within the heliocentric. Yep. When you think Jesus or the Antichrist is coming, 9/11/2023 is when I think is the date you need to put in your calendar. It's exactly 42 months after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. 9/11/2023, exactly 22 years after 9/11/2001. 22, the master number. Kobe's highest scoring game, 22nd day, 2006. Brady retired after 22 seasons in the NFL and came out of retirement again. 22 is enormous. Enormous. Yeah, I know people already think Obama's the Antichrist. Could be. Is your email the same as your PayPal email? Correct. I have multiple emails, but the one that people contact me for life coaching or learn how to code or just, there's so many, you can ask me anything. When you're on there, you can ask me anything. I'll do my best to help you. And the people who've done it, I've done it now with multiple people, and the majority have had a second one with me and a third one with me. So give it a try. You know what I mean? People invest the money in junk food or cigarettes or alcohol. You could speak with me for 30 minutes or an hour and it might truly change your life. Or you might think this guy, that wasn't really worth it, but you'll never know unless you try. So yeah, that's the email you can contact me on. We'll figure something out. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And if it's not, it's not. What's your take on school shootings? I think Satan's behind them, and I think practically all of them are staged. Never happened. Satan is the greatest deceiver in the world. When you learn to control your emotions and see things for what they really are, and actually use your gift of critical thinking, which is not promoted in the education system, and you just break it down for what it is. Oh my word, 31 in live, 20 lights, another 312. Wow, like 26 years is 312 months. I think you just study crisis actors, you see it for what it is, then you learn the code, and you can predict, all right, there's probably going to be a shooting on this day, there's probably going to be a natural disaster, a rapper's probably going to die. And that's still fun, that's enjoyable to do that, especially when you're new to it all. It is fun. Like, remember I coded Screech from Saved by the Bell dying the exact date that he would die, like a month before, and he was young. I know he had cancer, but to get the right date, and then you have to argue with people, but did he really die? And now is he playing the role of somebody else? And was it organic? And I don't want to argue with stuff where you ain't gonna get an answer. There's certain things where I can give you numbers and stats and durations and go, there you go, dismiss them, like I've just done with the Avs winning 4-2. Dismiss it as much as you want. Try. But when it comes to these deaths and this and that and the other, all I can say, when you learn the code, you can make predictions. But what's more important here for me now is getting people closer to God. Because if you do that, you're fine. Everything's fine. Everything else is whatever. Avs win the NHL, whatever. Oh, school shooting happened. All right. Did it really? And if it did happen, it was meant to happen. Even if Satan was behind it, it was meant to, and I don't think it can be stopped. I think with Revelation, it can't be stopped. I think you do have free will in many things that you do, but when it comes to the major things that are playing out and are going to play out, they can't be stopped. It's prophecy. It's prophecy. And that's why I'm thinking now when people say they flip the script in games, it's not. It's not. It's prophecy. Whoever wins. The Warriors were supposed to win. Couldn't be changed. No man could have changed it. I think the occult know that. They can tweak things and they can play with your emotions, and they can do this, and in the media they can confuse you, or Satan can do all of this with you. But in reality, for me, it's all meant to be. It's all meant to be. So yeah, the school shootings, the ones that I've coded, nobody was dying. Nobody was dying for me. But that doesn't mean that people around the world are not getting shot. That doesn't mean that nobody's ever been shot inside a school. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's where they mess you up. They pull on your heartstrings. It's what they do with like children in need and Live Aid. They just pull on your heartstrings and abuse you and mock you and laugh at you, whilst you think you're doing a nice thing by being sad about it. They want you sad. Satan wants you sad. He wants you on a low frequency. It's simple. You're easier to control when you're on a low frequency. Can't get me. I'm not saying I'm never occasionally a bit fed up or a bit tired or this, that, and the other, but he ain't going to get me, Satan. So I control this, not him. This is my mind that God gave me. And I control my mind. I control my destiny. I control my reality. Patreon gets taken down. Can I do anything about that? Was it unfair? Yes. Was it harsh? Was it unexpected? Yes. But no. You move on. Right, let's go. Let's try a website. If that gets taken down for whatever reason, then people really have it in for me. And then if that goes down, all right, what's next? Let's go. It's how I work. It's how I operate. It's how I've always operated and how I always will. Tampa Bay Rays won 4-2 like Avalanche closed out the Lightning. What they did, let's check that out. See, I really dislike the MLB. I can code it, but it's just an awful sport, I think. Was that today? Wow, just you see who's playing tomorrow, guys? You know, I said, I told you this was pretty much all Pope Francis and Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant got accused of rape in Colorado, raping somebody. Well, have you seen who Colorado Rockies are playing tomorrow? The Los Angeles Dodgers. Colorado Rockies are playing the LA Dodgers tomorrow. Are you kidding me? It just says it all. If that game finishes 4-2 tomorrow, again, I'm not making a prediction. I'm just saying these things off the cuff. If that game's 4-2 tomorrow between the Rockies and the Dodgers, I will just giggle. Just giggle. It's just a joke that they're playing each other tomorrow after this huge Kobe riddle. We should always control our own minds. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. A few more minutes. Did you know the main calendar was correct by saying 2012 as there are 3 huge solar flares heading to Earth, but something nudged them, so it called a phenom, which they can't explain. I don't know much about that, P. At this point, nothing shocks me. I don't know if that's amazing or disturbing. Literally nothing shocks me. I think it's probably a good thing. It's never really a good... Well, you can have good feelings when you're shocked, like a surprise party or something. But anyways, what time is it here? Oh my word, it's 22:02 for 222. Come on. Wow. That's just funny in itself. Right. Well, there you have it. Congratulations to those who took my 4-2 pick, who took the Avalanche, who listened to my code. And in regards to my website, should be up in July. I'll just give you a range of content. I'll just be me. You can support me. That would be nice. I think I've earned that support. And if not, that's fine as well. I'll just do something else. I used to like Star Wars, not as much as now. So many blokes, Anakin, Luke, Padme, Leia, Kenobi. I never got into Star Wars or Star Trek or sci-fi. Don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. Never have been. But I know millions of people are, which is fine. Undoctrinated. Forced to do something like that I thought I could only be God. Okay. Right. Better go. I'm coaching tomorrow. I'm teaching English tomorrow. Something else that I got to do tomorrow as well. Big shout out to my bro who I'm coaching, who got 2 goals today in the final in a 4-0 win. I'm surprised it didn't finish 4-2, to be honest. So funny. I watched my old students play in the final. They lost 4-2. Was that last week? They lost 4-2. Couldn't believe my eyes. They were up 2-1 at halftime and lost 4-2 for another 42. George Lucas probably didn't even invent Star Wars. Demons did. Yeah, exactly. You know, in Star Wars, they were using iPads. They were using tablets in Star Wars before iPads came on the scene. Do you remember? Technology, guys, it's the fallen angels. It's fallen angels, and we can't compare us with them. They're from a different, I don't know, dimension. That's why we can't comprehend a lot of the stuff that goes on at the top of this world. It's not the Jesuits that control the world. It's not the Masons. It's not the Rosicrucians. It's not the Orsini family. It's why I have to edit my book a little bit now. It's God and Satan. It's always been about them. And now you got to pick your side. I pick God. Keep it simple for you. All right. Thank you, guys. Much love to you all. I'm off. I hope you sleep well, or if you've just woken up, I hope you have a wonderful day. And go on my Twitter and read the code for yourself. See it. It's just crazy stuff. All right, off I go. Take care. Speak to you all soon. And the person who wants to get in contact with me about coding, want to learn how to code, drop me an email and we'll figure something out. All right. Take care. I'm off for a shower. Bye.